What's going on, everyone? I'm the OP Jealous, and today I'm team building around Life Orb Trick Room Hatterene for Sword and Shield OU. Then I will be testing out the team on the Pokemon Showdown ladder. I definitely think people are dismissing the viability of fairy types that aren't Clefable just due to how good Wish plus Teleport is, but I really do think that these offensive sets like Life Orb Hatterene and Choice Spec Sylveon, for instance, still have a place in the metagame. They're really just fairy types that don't perform the same role, so that's why they're still viable. The same role as Clefable, that is, but I definitely want to consider what Hatterene struggles with and what it can break through and help out. So, Hatterene is a Pokemon that can force Komo-o to stay in because a lot of situations will force Komo-o to like get damage off so that way they don't just lose to Life Orb Trick Room outright. So if I can force the kill on Komo-o, I definitely want a Pokemon to take advantage of that. Another Pokemon that Hatterene is able to do very well against is Mandibuzz, so a Pokemon that can really benefit from Komo-o and Mandibuzz being weakened or out of the way is Aegislash. Let's go ahead and use that. With Choice Specs, I really think Choice Specs and Air Balloon Swords Dance are the two best ones, but honestly, I don't have fun with Air Balloon Swords Dance. I have a lot more fun just clicking Shadow Ball and Flash Cannon. I definitely like that. Let's go ahead and run Choice Specs with those two attacks. We'll go Shadow Sneak, which is actually important for Dragapult, because if I'm not able to get Trick Room up, I want to be able to revenge it. And then, I mean, I already acknowledged that I can break the Mandibuzz using Hatterene, but I still think Toxic is the best slot. Like, I could run Steel Beam as well, but I've never really found a situation that I can take advantage of that move in, so we'll go Toxic. And then, from this point forward, I definitely need to start adding some defense, ideally some more Pokemon to check what Hatterene would struggle with. Like, Hatterene opens up the door for Aegislash, but Aegislash doesn't really do much for Hatterene. Like, the only thing it can really do is weaken down Corviknight, because a lot of people like to pivot that in, since they all run a ton of Spadef, but besides that, we definitely need to consider what else Hatterene would struggle with. So, one notable mon is Ferrothorn, which is able to outslow Hatterene despite Trick Room being up, so that's really annoying. Mimikyu can take any hit due to Disguise and click Shadow Sneak, so actually let's focus on Mimikyu first, because if I run into Mimikyu with this core, I'm just gonna lose. So a bulky Pokemon that could take on Mimikyu, what fits that role? Hippowdon I've definitely had success with. Toad isn't bad. I mean, I've run into Woodhammer once, but like even if they click Woodhammer, they basically kill themselves in the process, but Hippowdon's definitely better with Helmet. It will also provide me a drill check here, which I think I desperately need. And it also is reverse weather, so that can help me out against like opposing rain. And I didn't have a water resist up to this point, and I know Hippowdon alone isn't going to give me the matchup against rain, but I think having the ability to reverse weather will definitely give me a viable chance to win. We'll go Smooth Rock with Slack Off, Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, and Whirlwind. Phasing is just so good in this metagame, I've realized, especially against HO, where people will just try to click the brainless setup move. Just being able to spam Whirlwind and rack up hazard damage is really good for win conditions. Let's go ahead and put minus special attack on this. This is also able to take on like physical Dragapult, which could be annoying with Steel Wing, and then obviously Sucker Punch for Aegislash, so if I do find out that it's physical, this can help me out. From this point forward, I definitely want... So we dealt with Mimikyu, that's the big thing, but something that can just destroy Ferrothorn is what I'm looking for. So Keldeo wouldn't be bad, but I really hate the fact that all of my offense is special attackers, and Keldeo isn't really helping out with that, so I think we'll actually go with the alternative sort of justice right down here, Terrakion. We'll go Life Orb on this thing. It's also able to destroy Pex, which I don't even know why I'm mentioning that, because Pex isn't a threat to my team right now. Let's go Close Combat. I mean, I guess it's annoying to Aegislash, but I feel like Spec Shadow Ball has to 2-hit KO, right? Maybe I need hazards up, but we have hazards on the team now, so there is that. Let's go ahead and run Jolly Nature and Foreign Spadef. I really love the fact that this generation introduced a Pokemon that is viable as a Trick Room abuser, but it doesn't require you to build an entire team around Trick Room. I think that's really cool, and obviously I'm referring to Hatterene. Let's see what I want to add now. So Terrakion also pressures Mandibuzz, which is great for Aegislash. I think that's another benefit of this offensive core. But the big thing is I have a physical attacker now and something to destroy Pharaoh. So what does the team need here? I would definitely love like a Scarfer, like anything that could outspeed Mew would be great. I have a feeling I might run into some Mews because Joey did it live recently with Cosmic Power Body Press Mew, and every time he features an OU set like that, people just spam it on the ladder, so maybe I should add a Scarfer that can beat that. I mean, I have the Aegislash, but I feel like maybe if it Cosmic Powers too much, I mean, Aegislash can probably beat it anyway. I actually like the idea of adding Choice Scarf Dracovish, because if we can wear down Toad, using the combination of Aegislash Shadow Ball, this is close combat, and even this is Earthquake, this Pokemon's Earthquake, I can use Dracovish to just clean up late game, assuming I have the speed tier. The problem with that is I'm going to have to add probably Mandibuzz or Tyranitar on the last slot, because probably Mandibuzz because I need the Defogger, because I need a Pokemon that can check Dragapult, since that does have the speed tier for even Choice Scarf Dracovish, so yeah, I think I'll probably end up adding Mandibuzz and just wrap it up there. This set I obviously should go with this Fishish Crunch, Psychic Fangs, and Outrage. We'll go Adamant Nature here. And then, yeah, we're going to add Mandibuzz. I think that's definitely the best way to wrap up this team. Also provides me with a ground immunity, a Venusaur check, like with Sun and all that. I am a bit worried about Rain, but I mean, Dracovish can naturally sponge at least one Rain boosted attack from like any Rain abuser. Like, there's no way Barraskewda or like a Ludicolo is going to OHKO Dracovish, so I think I'll be fine. We can revenge them with that, and then ideally after getting rid of one, between being able to reverse weather and using like Terrakion and maybe getting speed control with Trick Room Hatterene, I should be able to beat Rain, but yeah, we'll learn Heavy Duty Boots here with Foul Play, U-Turn, Roost, and Defog. And then of course we'll make it Spidaf, since that is the best Mandibuzz, able to sponge stuff like electric moves from Dragapult, and Ice Beam from Sigilyph, which I know sounds silly to consider, but I have actually gotten beat down by Sigilyph's Ice Beam once, because I didn't have Mandibuzz on the team, really. Like, if you have Mandibuzz, Sigilyph isn't a threat. But anyway, that's going to be it, right? This ability is wrong. Yeah, and this ability is correct. Let me just double check the rest. I'll be right back. So I have a game right here. We have a Sun matchup right away. We also found the guy who literally only uses Sun. I definitely think this is winnable because I have Reverse Weather, Terrakion, and even Hatterene looks very good right here. I definitely want to keep Mandibuzz at full because it's my best check 2 growth Venusaur. Let's think though, I don't think Terrakion Stone Edge is outright killing the Torkoal, but I actually think maybe Aegislash can do so. Let's calc it to be safe, because if I lose Aegislash, that's actually a bit annoying. I think Torkoal dies. Could die. Actually, you know what? Aegislash isn't that great. I think I'll lead off with it, as they actually opt to lead off with the Darm. Because Sun isn't up, I want to say my Hippowdon can come in here pretty safely and just sponge this hit. If it's Bandit, I'll get 2-hit KO'd, but he's gonna like die as well, so who even cares, right? So he goes for U-turn and takes Helmet Chip, which is amazing. He might try to get up Rocks here. No, he goes to the Torkoal. So let's think. I could get up Rocks, or I could go Hatterene. I really don't want to take a hit with Hatterene, though. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go Mandibuzz. Deals with this every time. Unless I get crit by Sludge Bomb, which I seem to a lot on this channel. I don't know why, but yeah. Weather Ball doesn't kill me, Sludge Bomb doesn't kill me. I actually don't even think a Sludge Bomb crit would kill me from this range, but Weather Ball crit probably would. So what he actually should do here is switch out into either Komodo or his own Mandibuzz, but he might just commit. Who knows? I mean, I have to make this play, so let's just go for it. The other play would have been going like... Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's with Venusaur critting me every time, but I don't like it. So we'll bring this out, and then we'll pivot Aegislash here. I might lose to this, but I mean, it is what it is, right? I feel like that crit was a roll too. It had to be. I'm just curious. I don't really mind it, but... Never mind, he killed with the crit every time. Okay. So I don't know what he's really thinking about here. He might just Giga Drain. That's what he should do. Like, Giga Drain is very free, but like if I want to win at this point, I need to get up Trick Room before this Venusaur is able to sweep me. You can see I can take 2 of those, which is great, and... yeah, we're gonna go for Toxic. I should have clicked Shadow Ball. Okay. I was hoping he would make the good play and go Mandibuzz, but I guess he doesn't care. I mean, it's okay, I guess. Like, I don't really mind it. I can still go Terrakion here. And ideally knock it out with Stone Edge if it hits. So now that I've seen that he's just willing to sack it, I'll take advantage of that. Like, why not? Terrakion can single-handedly win too. I'm just really surprised you would leave that in. So I missed, so he should have actually just stayed in, but obviously he didn't know that I was going to miss there. Sucks to think that this could have all been avoided, but it's okay. Goes for Clanger's Soul. So it's the special set. I shouldn't die to that, and I can Trick Room here. I don't think these are on Flash Cannon anymore. I think they're Flamethrower, yeah. So I can get up Trick Room and then knock it out using, I guess, Dazzling Gleam. How slow is Torkoal? It will underspeed me if it's correctly EV'd. It's kind of annoying. He should just throw this out, I would want to say, because it's not really doing much for him in this situation. Cinderace is banded. I still have Reverse Weather, Terrakion. I can hit the Torkoal. Yeah, I think I can win anyway, despite this situation not being very ideal, but... yeah, I should have just Shadow Balled though. That was a bad play on my end, I guess. Like, he was Torkoal. I think this might get 2-hit KO'd, actually. Yeah, easily. I don't know how slow he is. I'm just gonna stay in. I actually think even if he is out slower than me, he should, like, not knock me out, so it's whatever. Hippo's at 85. That's enough to take on Cinderace and Darm and all them, so I'm pretty happy about that. I don't know if he plans on pivoting out here. He's not slow enough. I think he's either going to go Cinderace and try to Sucker Punch, or he's going to go Mandibuzz. Yeah, so this is clicking Sucker Punch here. It doesn't have to. It's Psyshock. It does go for Sucker Punch. No idea if the crit mattered. So we know it's Boots. If I SD up, that's good. But I feel like I should Reverse Weather. Like, I can SD up with Terrakion and win, but... oh, you know what actually just wins? Dracovish. Dracovish kind of wins at this point. So I think what we're going to do here is go Terrakion and just click CC. He should be Jolly. Oh, never mind. He was, oh yeah, he was Jolly, so I had sped him. Yeah, okay. And then what I'm going to do is Reverse Weather. I don't know if he has Manual Sunny Day on that last slot, but if he does, then that's bad, obviously. So Reverse Weather here and then try to go for Dracovish in the end. I don't think the Toxic was the biggest misplay ever. Like, sure, I could have gotten rid of Venusaur, but once Sun goes down, which I was able to force with Hatterene, it wasn't too big of an issue anyway. And I think at this point... that hurts. We're going to go hard Dracovish then. Or I could just let this double down. Like, is that what I want to do instead? Yeah, I don't think there's actually a point in risking a burn, right? Why would I do such a thing? If I get rid of this, then I should just be able to win with Terrakion. So let's just... Whirlwind here. Yeah, doesn't Terrakion just come in and win the game? I mean, in theory it does, but I have to hit moves, which is not very likely. Whatever, we'll try it. Like, I've already gotten pretty unlucky this game. Hopefully we can get some luck now. I want to say Earthquake can kill this, but I'll calc it because that would be a pretty sad way to lose if it doesn't. Venusaur. Yeah, Earthquake's not doing it. I do have to hit a Stone Edge here, and I already missed one earlier. We are able to hit that one, okay. So I just close combat Komodo. This should die. It's offensive. And then I think I just close combat the Mandibuzz as well. I shouldn't bother Stone Edging it. I don't know if he plans on switching out, but I don't think this lives. Yeah, Life Orb Terrakion is way too strong. And finally, it's going to be the Mandibuzz, which isn't heavy-duty boots. Okay. And then we can wrap it up here using Fizz Rend and pick up the W. He's Fizz Def, but he takes too much. Yeah. That card definitely didn't matter, and I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. Pretty tough matchup. I definitely think Hatterene has potential to late game here, but yeah, he has defensive responses to like everything. The Clef is able to check my... Well, it's able to check Shadow Ball Aegislash, but if I Flash Cannon into it, that's really nice. The problem is he has Corviknight. Obviously, the Toad is an issue for my Dracovish, and the fact that I don't have a Toad of my own just makes his a lot better than mine, so I'll try to figure it out, but this one might be pretty bad. Yeah, I don't even have a good anti-lead for his if it's banded. Okay, we'll lead off with mine. As he leads off with the Corviknight. I think he would probably go to the Toad initially, so let's just crunch. I don't think he's risking Fishious Rend here. That doesn't seem like a good play. So we are able to get that right, but I actually do a lot. Hold up, I feel like that's a bit too much damage. Maybe I'm just underestimating Dracovish, but usually when it's not clicking Fishious Rend, it's not very strong. Yeah, he is like max attack or something. Because if I get rid of all the defense, I'm doing 34 to 40. So I think he's max HP, max attack. Which means I have to be really mindful when trying to switch into it. We're not going Hatterene, obviously. Hatterene is a win condition. Actually, I'm considering staying in. Actually, I will. As he gets up rocks and I get a defense drop. So this turn he would go Clef, right? I think I want to hard call it and just go Aegislash. If he stays in, then he got me, but I don't think he is. It's actually going to be the Corviknight, which is... Alright, I can Shadow Ball here. It's just... I think I should be able to do over half. Oh, easily, never mind. He's like Fizz-Def or something. His sets are really weird, but... I think now it is where the threats come in. Like, I'm losing a Monte Dracovish right now. That's a given. I could risk my own. And I will. So he goes for Fishious Rend. Like, I think I kind of want to there. And I want to say that's banded for sure, by the way. He's definitely banded. We are going to go for Outrage. Should be able to 2-hit KO that. Okay, good. It is Helmet, which is a bit annoying, but I really just wanted to pick up the KO on Toad. He's gonna go Clef here, obviously. Like, I don't know why you wouldn't. You literally go to it and get the free teleport, but... Yeah, like, I don't know why that took him so long to click. I'd need damage on this for Hatterene. Hatterene's like my only hope right here. But Corviknight being so low is very helpful. What do I do? Because I don't really pivot into Moonblast. I could make the Aegislash play, but it just invites in the Dracovish again. Because we know his Dracovish is banded, I'm considering making a really aggressive play and going Terrakion just to make sure it doesn't come in, but if he Moonblasts, that's worse for me. I think I want to make the play anyway. Yeah, as he teleports, because it doesn't allow on Dracovish. I mean, it technically does, but if he gives me damage on it, then that's not really good for, like, Hippo and stuff, because it'll be in range of Helmet. Actually, does it even live? I feel like it might just not live. Dracovish's Fizz-Def is good, but I am Life Orb Terrakion. That's a Hippowdon, I was gonna say, what? 78 to 93, so it does live. He is gonna use it as a pivot again. I think I attack it. That's weird. Like, I could also go Hippowdon, get chip on it, and then try to use Terrakion later. Might actually be the better idea here. Yeah, I actually think that's the better thing to do. As he doubles in the Corviknight, so I could have just knocked out the Corviknight if I was willing to stay in. But he's actually getting... he's actually netting health because of his Fizz-Def, so I think what I'll do is get up rocks and then let him recover. He would go for, like, I don't know what here, but I think the play is to get an Aegislash again. No, he could U-turn. I'm actually going to Earthquake. Yeah, in case he U-turns, because I hit everything besides Hydreigon. Maybe I should have Whirlwinded, because Hydreigon is a good play here. I don't think you would risk it, though. I think if anything, you just go Toad as a mid-ground. Yeah. So I'm able to knock out the Toad. So now Dracovish can actually click Fishious Rend. Kind of. I mean, he still has his Dracovish. But I think... Oh, he's willing to let me put it in range of Terrakion. That's really good. I think I should definitely just stay in and take this hit. I mean, Hippowdon's good if he's physical Dragapult, but... I think I have Shadow Sneak Pressure, and I can also beat that down using Mandibuzz, I think. So the play is definitely to leave that in, and then get in Terrakion here. Now the thing is, does he go hard into his Dragapult? I don't think so, but I think I have to close combat, right? Yeah, Stone Edge could kill, but we're not going to mess around with that. He's gonna put me in range of the Dragapult here. If it's Dragon Dance, I might have choked by throwing away the Hippowdon, but who knows? Like, I don't think it's a Dragon Dance. He's gonna use the Dragapult. Yeah, we're gonna go Mandibuzz for sure. If he specs Thunderbolt, okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's actually okay. I think what I can do is maybe try to set up with Hatterene in front of this. What is that roll, by the way? Because I feel like I might be able to roost that off if I'm a bit lucky. I feel like that had to be a higher roll because it's max bit F Mandibuzz. Yeah, what? Unless even if he's modest. He's doing 47 to 56. I feel like he just max rolled me there and I can roost it. Yeah, I'm fine. Like, I can click roost and then U-turn out on Clef. Oh, he just had one hard Dracovish. If I actually U-turned right there, I think I would have automatically won, but now I have to sack off mine. I don't think mine's doing much. Like, I would rather keep the Aegislash around. Just give him that, bring this in, and at this point I think I'm going to actually click Stone Edge in case he decides to go hard Dragapult. As we are able to hit. Okay, I know that was a bit risky, but I didn't want him making that play and getting a Shadow Ball. Like, I still had the safe pivot, but he could literally U-turn out into Dracovish again and get a free kill, so that was my mindset there. He should Thunderbolt again and try to 2-hit KO me, but he goes for Shadow Ball this time. And he runs, so I'll be right back. So unfortunately I didn't get to use Trick Room Hatterene right there. It actually had a really good matchup, and I think I could have won with it in the end because I was Psyshock for Clef. But that's alright. This guy really doesn't like Aegislash and Terrakion, but I don't know, like Terrakion could get worn down very easily, depending on whether he's like fast Salazzle. Like, he could be modest toxic, but he should be timid, subtoxic, protect, and then maybe flamethrower. Hatterene could win here. I really don't know how much I'd do to like Hippowdon. Mystical Fire should be able to pick off both the steals, but if he's min speed Ferrothorn with Heavy Slam, that would be really random and really bad. Yeah, so I think what we're going to do is prevent the Salazzle from just having a field day early, and I'm going to lead off with the Dracovish here. He's able to get me with the Ferrothorn, so he wants to get hazards up. As much as I want to risk my Hatterene here, I think he's going to knock off first turn, so the better play is to go... I could risk Terrakion, but I feel like there's literally no point. I definitely want to keep my choice specs. Hippowdon doesn't give me anything. Yeah, we're going to risk Terrakion on the knockoff, I think. Yeah, as he goes for the knockoff. I really wanted to make that play because nobody else really gives me anything besides this Mon coming in, and I knew he wouldn't click a hazard because I had Hatterene, so that's really good. Now he's not going to stay in. He's going to go Hippo, so we're going to try to close combat too. Wow, I didn't really think he would make such a wild play this early on. So now it's like, I know nothing about his set, and Draco would blow me away, but I think... Yeah, we're going to go Mandibuzz. If he's physical Dragon Darts, that's pretty horrible. But Hippowdon can wall that, so it's not the end of the world. Yeah, I take a lot, but I think I can get up rocks here and then try to endgame him with Hatterene. I think that's really all I can go for right now. So many people watching. Yeah, we're going to click rocks as he goes to Hippo, and then we're going to get in Dracovish here on the Earthquake, and we're going to double out on him. And then SD up. Okay, I guess he was that confident. He's not going to Dragapult again. If he does, though, I'm like so dead because my Hippowdon's low right now. I don't think he does. You go Hippo here. I just realized I'm going to lose to Sandrush Drill at this rate. Okay, maybe I should try to win with Hatterene soon. That's really good, because now that's a Pokemon that undersped my Hatterene, and now it doesn't. Now I'd have to throw away a Mon, basically, so let's think about what that Mon is going to be. I have to keep Hippo, because it's probably the one thing that can actually take a hit from Drill. We know this is physical, probably has Steel Wing. I don't want to set up in front of this. Actually, I don't really know who I'm setting up in front of now that I'm looking at it better. Dracovish definitely has uses here. I think... Yeah, Mandibuzz isn't good. He's able to pick me off, that's okay. So I think the best way to do this is... Like, I could go Hatterene now, but I know for a fact he's probably going to Phantom Force, and I can't really do much about it. I could go Hippowdon and slack it off. Yeah, actually, I think that's the best thing to do. Just to keep it out of range of Drill. Like, if he crits me here, that's bad. If he Dragon Dances, I'm not really concerned about it. Go as hard as Salazzle. If he Toxics me, I can still win. Like, I'll kill it, and then I'm still out of range of Drill, so it's whatever. Like, I'll take the Toxic here and be fine. But I want to try to get up Trick Room, like, soon. I don't know who I can do that in front of, though. Like, nobody is the answer. Maybe this, but I'm gonna go Dracovish. And then we're gonna go Hatterene here, I think. Actually, no, we're gonna go Aegislash here. And go right for Shadow Ball. So he goes Gigalip to eject button into Excadrill, okay. And then he DCs. I think I actually probably win. So we're gonna stay in. And then we're gonna go Hippo. Like, I couldn't let him SD there, I would lose, so that's why I did that. Brings this in. The question is, does he double into the Hippo or not? Yeah, we're gonna Whirlwind here just to phase him out, and then we're gonna try to double. I want to pull something that's not Drill. So that's good. He would go back to Hippo, right? So now let's take the kill while we can. And then he's gonna bring out the Dragapult. That makes sense, yeah. Sack Terrakion, get in Hatterene. Or I could take the kill here, and then... I think if I take the kill, he's gonna have a Sand turn left. I could go Terrakion, sack it, but no, that's a losing option. I think I sack Terrakion here. And then get in Hatterene and try to trigger him, right? I might have to crit the Hippowdon, but I will if I have to. Ah, he does have the Steel Wing. Yeah, I think that's going to be it then. Especially if he's Sucker Punch. Which he is, yeah, GG. So, I tried to outplay, but I definitely think I should have gone for Hatterene earlier. I'll be right back. So I have another game right here. I think I definitely could have played the mid game a lot better, but him making that really aggressive switch into Dragapult early on definitely set him ahead, because I went Mandibuzz at the initial pivot, but because I knew it was physical at that point, I had to go Hippo, and then he got damage on both of my walls, which was pretty bad, but it's okay, we can try to win this. I definitely think Hatterene has a chance again, but I need to deal with the Corsola. Aegislash is really good, but I hate the fact that he actually has a ghost immunity. Hippowdon walls that ghost immunity, though. Yeah, we're gonna lead off with Aegislash. He might click knockoff, but I think I should just Flash Cannon. You turn it either... I mean, he has to go Corviknight, right? That is a play. Takes 52. And we'll get in Hippo here. As I actually got Cinderace really low. And then he's going to switch in the Togekiss. Okay, so he might just be trying to Air Slash flinch me here. I don't want to go hard Terrak for sure. I think Mandibuzz is good against Hydreigon, but I kind of want to use this as the initial pivot. It's just bad if he's sub. He did show leftovers, so he could easily be sub. I actually broke through. Yeah, because Cinderace is so low, I'm actually happy with this. We're gonna go... I think I might make the Terrakion play. No, I can't. Dracovish wins, by the way. I didn't even realize. He does have Dazzling. I'm glad I didn't make the switch. I think I can actually take the next one. That looks like a high roll. Never mind. I guess I was wrong. I really thought that was a high roll, but it's okay. We're going to go Terrakion here, I think, and try to force a KO. The other play is going Dracovish. I'm not very confident in killing this, though. Like, I know it's strong, but it's a Togekiss, which doesn't have the best Fizz Def. I don't know what his bulk is, though. Okay. Forget everything I was talking about. Hi. If it's Hydreigon Scarf, that's bad. Yeah, that's actually really bad if the Hydreigon's the Scarf. Oh, it's Helmet this? Okay, I think the Hydreigon is the Scarf, and I might be in a bad spot against that Mon. Yeah, out it comes. Should I use Hatterene early here? I mean, I think he's going to U-turn or Draco. We're definitely keeping this. I don't need Hippowdon. Okay, it's not Scarf. I'm actually happy about that. Like, I don't care about the fact that he just nasty plotted. I actually should have Whirlwinded, by the way. I don't know why I clicked Earthquake. But we don't have to talk about it. Can bring this in now. Right for Stone Edge. That did a ton because I crit him. Can I hit 2? I hit 2 in a row and crit 1. That's like crazy. I don't think Stone Edge has ever been that lucky for me. Anyway, now that I know this basically wins the game for me, we're gonna, you know, not sack it. And I also just went with the Dracovish. So he goes for low kick. Just knock that out. And it should be over. His team was really weird. Like, really weird. I could also just endgame him with Hatterene here. I mean, we can try it if he goes for a dragon move, but he should always Flash Cannon or Dark Pulse, yeah. Unfortunately, there wasn't really a whole lot I could do to counter that, but I'm keeping Aegislash for the Chinchino. So he's able to pick me off, that's okay. Because we know he is Life Orb, which I really think he should change. Like, Scarf Hydreigon is really a necessity here. Even Scarf Chinchino isn't going to be enough. Like, it's not a very strong Mon. So we'll see what this is, but... Actually, no, we don't have to see anything. The guaranteed win, if he's Scarf, is... trying to play it to where I don't have to hit Stone Edge. I mean, this should live anything from Togekiss. I just don't want to get flinched to death. So we sack Terrakion, then go Aegislash and click Flash Cannon. Yeah, he goes right for the tail slap. He's not able to knock me out, and I'll be right back. So I have another game right now. My opponent has kind of an annoying team, but I definitely think Hatterene can win, and Terrakion does have a lot of viability here. Who would he lead, though? Probably Toad. Toad actually does pretty well for him. Yeah, I think I might be willing to just sack this here to try to chip it for Terrakion. That's fine. And then we'll go Terrakion and try to do a lot of work initially. I'll just SD on the Wheezing. Yeah, because this just gives me... Oh, it's neutralizing gas. I can actually click Earthquake. That's why I click Stone Edge, though. So I think I can close combat and just OHKO it, though, so it's really not too big of a deal, yeah. And if he's not Scarf Togekiss, he actually loses. Okay, is this like the biggest bluff ever? Like, I feel like I'm being bluffed, but I'm not gonna risk it. This has to be a bluff, right? Who runs Scarf Terrakion? Who logs onto PS and says, I want to use Scarf Terrakion today? Yeah, he's bluffing me. He might actually be Scarf. Okay, that's interesting. Not really sure what I want to think about that, but I'll go for Rocks. As he goes Togekiss, so this is leftovers, meaning that probably is the Scarf then, okay. Weird. It's able to Air Slash me, we're gonna U-turn. Hopefully it's not sub. Hopefully I can break through once and get in my Terrakion again and just claim my KO. He is sub, okay. Is he sub Dazzle though? That's the big question. Because I think I can easily bring this out and just click Psychic Fangs here. He might Roost spam. He actually opts to go hard into the T-Tar, which is fine. We'll go Hippowdon. I'm just trying to get a read on him, like... If I kill this here, I can just click Fishious Rend, so I think I'll just do this. Oh, Hippowdon, you are sad. That's a base of 112 attack, and you can't pick up that KO. Okay, but he gives it to me, so I should be able to win with the Dracovish just on its own now. Because if he goes Togekiss, I'm just gonna Whirlwind it. Like, no thinking about that play. And he gives me damage on this too. Did I even knock it out? Yeah, I'm definitely Whirlwinding the Togekiss, then just wrapping it up with the Dracovish here. Dude, don't use this team again. What is this? Why would you load this? Like, I'm not trying to be toxic. Well, I basically am, but Scarf Terrakion. I mean, Scarf Tyranitar, dude. Like, why? I could see that doing something in ORAS, but not now. Yeah, you're not subbing, dude. Get out of here. His only hope is that he is able to sub up with the Togekiss, which I'm never gonna let happen. Yeah, don't I just go Dracovish and click 3 buttons? Or no. Yeah, let's just go this and win the game already. Sax that to get in Clef. What are you, Protect? You're gonna get the double. I mean, you're gonna go for it, right? Oh, he took no damage. Ah, that's odd. Why did he actually take 0? Anyway, as long as I hit a Stone Edge, it's fine. Yeah, but I'm just gonna SD because he's gonna do that and choke, and now I can Earthquake. And knock it out and still win, right? Yeah, because my Hatterene will not die to anything, and if he goes for Heavy Slam, my Mandibuzz can just stall that. As he goes for Stone Edge. Stone Edge doesn't knock out Hatterene, so yeah. And it obviously doesn't kill Terrakion. I'll be right back. So I have another game right now. My opponent has a pretty balanced looking team. Conkeldurr and Diggersby are threats, but Hippowdon can beat them. Hatterene can win, but it depends on what sort of priority he has. Like, if he's Banded Shadow Sneak, it's not happening. Actually, Banded Aegislash would be a pretty big problem, because it's able to open up the door for the other two. Regarding Lee's situation, though, I think I really like Aegislash. This is great, but I don't know if he's Assault Vest. I know for a fact I kill him. I already had the blade in there, didn't I? Okay, that's actually a pretty interesting roll. Against no bulk, I think the play is to go Hippowdon. So obviously I could have just stayed in and tried to kill it, but I don't think that was in my best interest. I could choose to slack off, or I could choose to get up rocks first. I think, yeah, he's not going to have Facade. Because I have well, he's knocked off the helmet, actually. So here he would not click rocks, right? I have a Hatterene. I've already acknowledged I need to keep this. I'm actually considering going hard Aegislash. Yeah, because Scald would be the mid-ground that covers both Hippowdon and Hatterene, so I think in this situation, I don't care if he knocks me out. If he gives me damage on this, I'm very happy with it. Is he actually opts to get up the rocks there, which is fine. Now I think I want to double out on the Mandibuzz, though, which could be really risky, but I think he's going to keep this for Fishish Rand. Yeah, okay, good. And we're going to go right for Stone Edge. I don't really care what play he makes. I mean, I kind of want to catch the Conkeldurr, but I really don't want to catch anything from this. Aegislash is a good mid-ground, but because he's that, I can just Earthquake after without really fearing much. It should kill it. Like, if it doesn't, that's bad, obviously, but I don't think... One, he shouldn't King Shield here. That would be really pointless. So I'm able to knock that out. Out comes the Dragapult. I think initially we're definitely going Mandibuzz. Specs Thunderbolt, okay. Scary, but not the end of the world. I don't think this actually does much to me, dude. Like, I can slack off here. And then Whirlwind you out. Okay, this isn't the best pull, if I'm being honest. Like, I would have preferred literally anybody else, but it's whatever. I'm just a bit concerned. Is that Modest, actually? Because if it's Modest, that means... Well, no, I have the wrong nature on Dracovish, don't I? This is weird. Like, he's basically saying, come and Flash Cannon me with my Aegislash. But I think... No, yeah, I have to do that. Do I Toxic, though, into Mandibuzz? I don't think that's worth it. Let's go for Flash Cannon. That is a 2-hit KO. I really hope I get the next roll here. I think it's a roll. Well, I crit it, so no roll anymore. I just don't want to lose to Dragapult in the endgame, but I think just the fact that I have Shadow Sneak should be really helpful. And Psychic Fangs is really good here at this point. So we're keeping this because it checks the Conkeldurr. I'm actually considering second the Hatterene. Is Hatterene the weak link here? Who does it set up on? I guess the only thing it could set up on is Toad, but that is a possibility. Yeah, we'll go Mandibuzz. He locks Thunderbolt. I think I actually set up on it right now. Yeah, we're gonna try to wrap it up here. Let's go for Trick Room. As he switched it out, yeah, I don't think switching it out was ever the play, because now you can't pick me off with Quick Attack. So I should be able to just win. This doesn't live Psyshock. Yeah, it's over. I'll be right back. So we'll go ahead and wrap it up right here. This guy has like mono walled by Hippowdon offense, but I think it's definitely going to be Grass Knot Zera to open up the door for the other two, which I have to really consider. I like going for early rocks with Hippo, but I've already acknowledged how good it is. I don't really think it's the best, smartest idea. I actually could lead off with the Hatterene. Like, it deals with both Pex and Ferrothorn. Not Mimikyu though, so here I'm going to go Hippo. If he doubles out, like, into the Ferrothorn, good positioning, but he goes for SD. I'm honestly thinking about just disrespecting it and clicking rocks. Yeah, he should switch it out anyway. I don't think he's going to click. He's going to click knockoff if anything, but I think... No, I should actually keep my Aegislash's specs. The problem is I don't really have anything else to bring in here. I could go hard Hatterene. Like, I could just not use the Trick Room in this game, but I feel like that's... Actually, we'll do that. And the reason I'm doing that is because he has Shadow Sneak priority to pick me off anyway. We're going to go Hippo as he spins, but that helmet chip is racking up. I was a bit worried about him SDing up and then trying to flinch me, but at that point I'm just committing to him not doing so. Yeah, get that out of there. No, not here. And then pivots in the Pharaoh, which is going to give me damage on it, and we're going to make the hard Hatterene play again as he tries to go for Leech Seed, yeah. And I'll throw off Mystical Fire. As he goes hard into Mew. Mew doesn't kill me and I can Dazzling Gleam it down. Okay, that's annoying though. Okay, this is perfect. Let's throw off a Shadow Ball. This thing's probably the most annoying Mon to my team, so like I'll definitely take this. And he can't really switch out on it. Like this is gonna take a ton, yeah. Always back to Hatterene we go. I'm just not gonna use the Trick Room this game. That's really what I'm trying to stress here. Tries to T-Spike again. What? Okay, just give it to me then. I could have seen him as Ding to commit there. That's the only reason I did that. But I'll take the 2-hit KO here. So it's Nasty Plot Roost. That's not that bad for me. Goes ahead and clicks Flamethrower. This is a free slack off. And then I want to say I can just U-turn to Dracovish. I mean, to be fair, this guy didn't have that great of a matchup. I can admit that. You should attack, because he should be able to knock me out after. Actually, he's leftovers, so never mind. But I basically can't lose to Mew, because I have Terrakion plus Mandibuzz. So hard switches it in. I don't know why he keeps on going hard into it, though. That's a really odd thing. Yeah, and he goes ahead and runs. He literally can't break my team there, so that's going to be the live. And yeah, I did hope you all enjoyed. We only dropped one game, right? The third game, and we were able to win out from there. So pretty happy. I'm actually really happy with how I played, and I'll see you guys next time. Later.